Welcome to episode 7. Today we'll explore the use of ostinato and play the melody in the left hand whilst accompanying in the right hand. But first, let's consolidate what we did last lesson with a new tune that I'm sure you'll recognise when we put it all together. Starting with the left hand, notice how the pattern repeats, almost the same throughout the piece. This is an ostinato. In Italian, that means obstinate. In the musical sense, it means something that keeps going relentlessly throughout a piece. Let's play through the left hand first line. Notice that the third bar is slightly different with the minim half note held for 2 beats before the crotchet quarter note pattern starts over again. Listen first. Now you. Remember to play with nice, light, crisp, short, detached staccatos. After a count of 4, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. In the second line, the pattern changes in bar 5 to D and G, and then returns back to C and G in bar 6, then D and G in bar 7, and finally bar 8 back to C and G, with a tonic triad chord of C to finish. Listen first. Now you play along. Ready? After a count of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play all 8 bars of the left hand together. Remember the minim in bar 3, the pattern changes in bars 5 and 7, and the tonic triad chord at the end. Aim for lovely light, short, detached staccatos. Ready? After a count of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. Pause and rewind if you need a little bit more time to practice before we put the right hand in. I'm sure you'll recognise the tune that fits neatly over the left hand ostinato. Listen first. Notice the dotted rhythm in bar 3. Think of the words jingle all the way. Let's play the whole of the right hand together. Ready? After a count of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you spot the other dotted rhythm in bar 5? Oh, what fun it is! And the pair of quavers in the next bar is to ride inner. Pause and rewind if you need a little more practice of the complete right hand melody before we put it together with the left hand. Let's begin to put the left hand together with the right hand, but we will start with bar 5, the second line, where there are the 2 changes to the ostinato pattern. Listen first. Now you, both hands together from bar 5, after a count of 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause if you need a little more time just to practice the coordination from bar 5 onwards with the left hand and the right hand. Let's play the first 4 bars with both hands together. Remember the dotted rhythm in the melody in bar 3. After a count of 4, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How are you getting on? Pause and rewind if you need a little bit more time just to practice the right hand before we put both hands together. Now we'll play the whole piece from the start to the end, and we'll add some percussion, sleigh bells and a triangle, just for a bit of added colour. After a count of 4, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. How did you get on? Did you manage the changes in the left hand and the dotted rhythms in the right? Pause and rewind if you need a little bit more practice before we move on to our final piece for today. Strolling in the Rain. This little piece has a 1-bar introduction that sets up the ostinato quaver pattern in the right hand. So this gives us a total of 9 bars in our piece today. As you scan through the music, you can see it changes at bar 4 from C to G, to F and G, then back to C and G in bar 5, before changing once more to F and G in bar 8, and back to C and G in bar 9. We'll begin by playing through the right hand, but first look at the last bar and you can see a new rest, the quaver or an 8th note rest, followed by a crotchet rest. The quaver rest in 4/4 time is equal to a half beat rest. The right hand is played staccato throughout, short and detached, and played piano softly. Imagine that the ostinato pattern represents summer raindrops falling softly and gently, and the tempo is andante, at a walking pace. First, just listen to the right hand played all the way through. The right hand fingering is very straightforward. It's just 1 and 5 for the C and G, changing to fingers 4 and 5 for F and G, and then back to 1 and 5, and then 4 and 5, and then 1 and 5 to finish with. Let's play the right hand together with lovely light, soft staccato raindrops. Off we go. After a count of 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Pause and rewind if you need a little more time to practice the right hand ostinato before we move on to the left hand melody. The left hand legato melody provides a contrast to the right hand staccato raindrops and is played mezzo piano, moderately soft, so that the melody in the left hand projects or is voiced a little louder than the right hand accompaniment. Imagine the melody as you strolling happily through the gentle rain. Remember, there's a whole bar semi-breve rest to start with. The left hand starts on E above bass clef C, moves up 3 steps to G, and then down 3 steps to D, then skips up a 4th back to G, and then down 3 steps to E, and we have a little rest, and then the pattern starts again, up 3 steps to G, down 3 steps to D, skip up a 4th to G, this time skips down a 3rd from G to E, before skipping down 1 more 3rd to the final crotchet staccato C. And one more expressive detail. Look carefully at the phrasing in the left hand. After each slur, if you just lift your left hand finger off the key slightly, so you let a bit of light or space to breathe in between each phrase, you'll get a lovely definition. You'll hear the right hand ostinato figure in the very first bar played faintly to help you come in with the left. Ready to play? After a count of 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Pause and rewind if you want just a little more time to practice the left hand before we put it all together. Now let's put both hands together in our final performance for today. Remember, the right hand begins with the raindrop ostinato pattern, played piano, softly and staccato, and the left hand has a gentle, strolling, smooth legato melody, played mezzo piano, moderately softly, a little louder than the right hand so it projects beautifully below the delicate raindrops above in the right hand. Aim to paint a colourful picture with your expressive and stylishly phrased playing. After a count of 4, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done! How did you get on? Did you spot the quaver rest, the half a beat in the right hand, and the crotchet whole beat rest after? Don't go just yet. I've got a little surprise for you today. Let's experiment with this little piece and play with the right hand up an octave, 8 notes higher. The melody in the right hand is now written 8 notes higher on the treble clef, an octave above middle C. The left hand's lowest note is the octave below middle C. Place your right hand in C position and move up by step until you get to the C above it. And now your right hand is in C position an octave above middle C with C, D, E, F, G. So, both hands in position, ready to play for the final time after a count of 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Congratulations, brilliant work. Did that sound more like raindrops playing it up the octave higher? Go back and review anything you need to practice. Remember to like, subscribe, share and comment, and I'll see you in the next episode. In the meantime, happy playing!